Good morning. Good morning. What is in the way of this? We're not going to mess with this camera. I already dropped it in paint today. I dropped my phone in the paint today trying to set this up. We need a new setup. Anyways, well, good morning to you. We are working on Show Babies. I do apologize for not being here last night. My son had a dental emergency. So we had that to go to. And so, yeah, that took all night. So here we have Miss Elina. Look at how adorable she is. We are doing the veining process and blue undertones. So that's what we're working on. And we're going to try in this live stream. I'm going to try to get through all of the babies and get their blue undertones and veining done. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Just want to make sure I'm in the camera. I have this awkward tripod in front of me. We're going to have to get a new setup for sure. If you hear any noise in the background, that's Bubby. He's got the zoomies. Hello, hello. Hey, hey, hey. We got our first guest. How are you doing? Good morning. Groovy Grammy, you're always the first one. Welcome. Let me turn this to live chat instead of top chat because that always seems to be better. How you doing? Ghost Bride, good morning. How are you doing? Good morning, good morning. Hello. Sorry, my apologies for last night. I was supposed to be on last night. That was the plan. But we had an emergency. My son had an emergency dental situation. And yeah, so that took up all night pretty much. And I went to bed at night, in which I feel so weird when I sleep at night. I am a third shifter. Good morning. I bet I saw you'd be really pretty. Thank you. Not right now. I got all my hair ties back. Thank you. Everybody does that's fine. Yeah, so we had an emergency situation yesterday, and my children, my real children, come first, of course, before YouTubes and reborn dolls and stuff like that. So I'm sure you understand. So I do apologize. But we're here now, and we got an overhead view. And so, yeah. Hello, hello. I have 4 realistic baby dolls. That is awesome. Yeah, if you have, let me know if you have a reborn doll collection. Let me know. Who do you have in your collection? How many boys? How many girls? I love to hear about it. I love hearing all about people's collections. We are currently doing veining blue undertones on Elina. I finished the hair painting on Thomas, Realborn Thomas, that is going to be sold as a cuddle head, or maybe I just might get a cuddle body and just go ahead and put it together myself. Well, I'll probably do that and just sell it as a cuddle baby. That would be easier, right? So, Jen, that would be just easier. So, how are we this morning? How is your weekend? I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. What are your plans? What time is it where you're at? Where are you located? Love to know where everybody's watching from. I'm nosy like that. I have 2 boys and 2 girls. That is awesome. I bet you they are adorable. Hello, Strawberry. Hello. My friend ordered a reborn doll, but they ran out of silicone, so they gave her plastic, and the price was like $180. She wasn't very happy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. It's always not fun getting something you were so looking forward to and then getting something that you don't like care for. Let's see. Tennessee here. Hello, Tennessee. I'm at my house if I'm going skating tonight. That is awesome. You going roller skating or ice skating? I'm good. It is 8:21 a.m. for me. Yeah, what time is it here? Yeah, it's about the same here on my Swatch watch. So what time is it here? Skating sounds fun. I used to do both, mainly roller skating, and I haven't done that in a long, long time. 7:22, where you are at, where is it Anna? So I've been up painting and well organizing and getting ready to paint these dolls. I was up since 3 a.m. So I'm glad I was able to get up. I've planned to get up at 6 a.m. I'm not used to sleeping at night. But I ended up getting up at 3. So normally it's lunchtime at that time, 3 a.m. where I work. I was like, well, it's lunchtime, time to eat. So I got up, had some breakfast, and then got started painting and organizing, getting everything ready to paint these babies. Going on a painting marathon. So you paint the veins, then remove them. Yes. So what I do is I paint them on and then I smooth them into the vinyl. So it does go into the vinyl. Then we're going to try a new way to put a first layer of paint. Normally, the first layer of paint is my primer. I know that's a question I get a lot. I don't normally prime my kits, but this foot is actually in good shape. It's not so shiny. They look so doll kits, the vinyl ones tend to get shiny in the foot area, particularly the toes and the fingers. And primer helps with that. When you put some primer on, to have the paint go on much faster and better, stick onto the vinyl quicker. I can, in general, get paint to stick to the vinyl, but it takes longer. Hi, dear. Just came home from doing several shoppings here in Malta. Afternoon, I have 10 vinyl dolls and 2, where'd your comment go? 2 unpainted silicones. Hey, Cynthia. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. How long have you been painting and building reborn babies? Hang on, my cat is in trouble. No, you're not sitting on my. No. No. Oh, oh, mommy said no. I have to shut the door. Sorry. All right. He climbed up on one of my doll kits. My cat, whenever I'm painting, he likes to get into my dolls. I didn't introduce myself. I am Jen Lynn of Creative Newborns. I've been painting reborns for 21 years. I've been in the hobby for 22 years. We are in Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome, welcome. I paint vinyl dolls only. I was going to venture into painting silicone at some point, but I decided not to. I think vinyl has way more, like you can get more detail with it. I just don't like the way silicone feels. It takes me a while because I have a full-time regular job. So And then in the cases of last night, my son had an emergency and I had to run him up to an emergency dental place. And yeah, I was supposed to be on, but I didn't get home till what, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock? And I was tired because I'm not used to being up during the day. I feel like a vampire. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Thank you. I have somewhere around 70 babies. Groovy Grammy. Awesome. I'm so sorry I accidentally said shut up, really. Yeah, we don't say that here. Wish we could show. I know. Wouldn't that be cool? That would be awesome. Maybe that's something to suggest to YouTube. If you can somehow show pictures while doing a live stream, I would love to see people's pictures. While then, I really wouldn't get nothing done. I'd be looking at everybody's photographs, but that would be fun. That would be so much fun. I love dolls so much. That is awesome. Me too. Me too. I've been doing this for 21 years and I'm still loving it just as much as when I started in 2004. I discovered it in '03. But I love dolls my entire life. How do I sculpt it? I do not sculpt yet. I am taking a sculpting course by the lovely Marita Winters. This sculpt was sculpted by, I'll let you know in a second. I'll look up her, let me look up her COA and I'll tell you who this is. This is Elina. So if you know who Sylvia Esquereza is, this is Sylvia's youngest daughter. So this is her youngest baby. This is Elina. And let me show you who sculpted her. All I have to do is look up her, here she is. Elina. And I can't pronounce the name, so I'm just going to show you her authentic, her certificate here and show you. It is Elina. Isn't she a beauty? By Alejandra de Zun. I can't pronounce it, but I'm not going to butcher her name. So this is who I am. Look at this is her real daughter. This is the real baby. I believe this is the real one. Look at that. She's so beautiful. So this one's 126 out of 700. So I think this sculpt is sold out. Not sure. Isn't she beautiful? She's beautiful. So definitely had to have her for the doll show. And so this is what we've got done so far, and then we'll lay down some. I'm going to try a new technique in priming and painting at the same time. Technically, my first layer of paint is the primer, but I want to add some of this. What is it called? Well, this color pouring medium. It acts like a primer. It's like a medium. So I'm going to mix a little bit of paint in that and do some priming. And then the next layers will go on so quickly. It's so that it'll paint on quicker. So we've done the ears. See how the ears have like blue undertones, like the blue in there. We've done the nose. Look up the baby's nose. We have blue in there. And then the next colors, the creasing colors, are going to go really beautiful with this. So that is Elina so far. And we've done one leg. We've done her hand. I don't do too much veining on the limbs. Because normally babies, unless... yeah, babies don't have too much vein. I mean, they have veins, but mostly they show up like right in the arms, like the wrist area and the hand there. So now we are going to work on the last foot, and then we're going to work on a Marita Winter sculpt, and that would be Sammy Joe. Sammy Joe is next. So let's see. how do you get the details? What do you mean? Like details? Oh, adorable. Isn't she adorable? I know, right? She is like really, really adorable. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. You were so good at this. How are you so good? Practice, lots of practice. And I'm not as good as I would like to be, but it's practice. Um, how do I do the details? Just painting layer by layer by layer. That gets you a lot of details. Hello, hello. Good morning. I'm thinking about starting to get them dressed for Easter. I know. Me too. I got to get them dressed for Easter too. That's going to be so much fun. Hopefully, maybe tonight we'll do a live stream in the doll room in the nursery. See, you take this. I see you paint it on like that. So I have discovered that even though I've been painting for 21 years, you discover new things. So I discovered that airbrush medium. I paint with air dry paints, by the way. Sorry, I didn't mention that earlier. I do paint with professional grade air dry paints, and that would be golden paints. And I use mostly golden products, but I do use the professional grade Liquitex as well. That would be this. And we just did some, this is great for blonde hair and for Milia. We just did that on Realborn Thomas today. I can show you him. He's finished. Let me show you him. That's the baby we were working on before. Hubby is up. Um, I'm going to be we're working on Elina. We're working on, hopefully we'll get all 6 of them done. Here is Thomas. He's finished. His paint is going to cure for a couple of days. It's always best the longer you let the air dry paint cure, the better the varnish goes on. This is going to be a test baby. It's a test head for the varnish, but I did put all my painting work into this baby. I don't know if you can see the nose where it has baby acne. He's got 3-dimensional eyebrows, so I put the blonde painting in there. He has that baby soft hair on the side of his face here. So I don't think the camera is going to pick that up, but here is his hair painting. I was going to add way more paint to that, but Terry chimed in and said, leave it, just finish it and leave it. And she's right. I really need to practice my sparse. You would think that sparse hair painting would be much easier, but it's not. I don't know why I have a hard time with that. So whatever in painting reborns you think is easier is actually harder. So this is Realborn Thomas. I'm going to go ahead and order him a cuddle body. I'll just go ahead and I may save him for the Kansas Doll Show and just sell him as a cheaper option, or I haven't decided yet. I'm a bit behind. And then we got this little one. I know mommy is waiting for this one. This one needs the thick medium. So I promise this doll will be done sometime. I'm just waiting for all the other ones to be ready to bake, and then I do not bake every day in my house. It makes me really ill. So when we have a baking session outside, when the weather is nice enough, I'm making me a little baking section out next to my side door, so I can bake babies in fresh air and not my house. So I do promise this one's going to get done with the other ones, because this one, Junie, will be a reborn for sale to the public. She needs the thick medium on her hair as well. She just has the Genesis matte varnish, but look how cute she came out. She's got the dark hair. She's got the full head of hair. So, all right, that one will be available. So, yeah, we got to raise funds now because we had an emergency and I had to pay out money for the emergency services. which is totally fine. I mean, you put away money for things like that, but yeah. Oh, thank you. He is absolutely perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Bake babies, wild to say, come. I know, right? Baking babies. Yeah, so that cuddle head will be called a no bake baby, which means it's completely air dry. So we use, once we are done painting our reborns, we use what's called heat set. I use acrylic air dry paints as paint on my dolls. And I use heat set. I use heat set varnish. I have plenty of Genesis left. That's why I can't stop baking. I have plenty of that left. I use the heat set Genesis, and I am venturing in because eventually we're gonna run out of the Genesis, and Genesis no longer makes their product. So I'm venturing into finding other varnishes like the IRSP. So I am going to be baking that leg, that perfect ethnic leg, a couple more times. I've heard that you have to bake them like 3 times in order for the paint and our varnish cures completely. So I will be doing that. So I'm just going to take advantage of our nice weather once it comes and do all my baking during that. So I apologize to the person that is on, been waiting for that cuddle head. I am so sorry. Unless you don't want the thick medium, let me know if you're watching the video. I know you watch my live stream. So as far as her varnishing goes, it's done. So if you want me to just go right ahead and root the eyelashes and wait it up for you, let me know. I think you said you would like to wait it up, and I will go ahead and do that immediately and send her off if you do not want to wait for the thick medium. What the thick medium does is it protects the paint, the hair painting more, and it makes it more realistic. It kind of brings out it just gives it more of a texture to it. And it protects it even better from when you're changing the baby's outfits and stuff. So this airbrush medium acts like Genesis, makes the paint act more like Genesis paint, which is awesome. You have to watch how much you are using. It is very tacky and shiny and sticky. So if you use one layer and then go over with a matte layer of something else, it should be fine. So I've been experimenting with that. Good morning, 75 people. Welcome to my live stream. I am Jen Lynn of Creative Newborns. Welcome, welcome. I have been a reborn artist for 21 years. We are in Cleveland, Ohio. We're working on Kansas doll show babies. Welcome, welcome. Do people use those for movies, like movies that involve babies? And yes, some people do use them for movies. You are correct. I've heard of, I forgot what show it was, but a TV show used a Levi reborn doll for one of their scenes of somebody coming home from the hospital with their newborn, and and the baby was in the car. I don't know, I forgot what show it was. I didn't look. I heard from another artist. I was watching a YouTube similar to what we're doing right now, a live stream, and this artist was painting, and she was talking about how a Levi was in a TV show, which was pretty awesome. I think a lot of times for birth scenes, like scenes where they show the baby like from a distance being born, like in this one movie, you can tell it's called Love, Lies, and Lullabies. That's the name of the movie. It's a 90s movie, and it's about a drug addicted mother who struggles to get off drugs while she's pregnant. And long story short, she goes through, she has the baby, falls in love with her baby, and she wants custody. And so I'll give away the spoiler. She did manage to beat her addiction. She got her baby back, but during the birth scene, it's like you can tell it was a silicone baby. It was a silicone baby that they used for the birth scene. And it was like a preemie baby. The baby was born prematurely. And you can tell it was a full body silicone doll that they used. So they used silicone dolls even back then, just to make them look floppy, like they're really moving. Okay. Can we use, let me read some of your comments. Let's see. Can we use these to, hang on. Wait. Okay. I missed your comment. Oh, okay. Now that's a silly question there. Things are so expensive. I could have bought a house for what my surgery on my broken. Yeah. Everybody does it so differently. Yes. Yep. Healthcare is very expensive. Yes. Yeah, please do not spam the chat, please. Please be kind to everybody else who would like to comment. Please don't be spamming the chat. If you are spamming the chat, I am the only person here that's the moderator. Yeah, if you're spamming the chat, I'm going to have to see you out the door because we want to give everybody a chance to comment, and I want to be able to see everybody's comment. So, okay. 2 silicone dolls. Awesome. You have 2 silicone babies. I have 1 silicone baby. I don't know if you consider those little silicones. And those like those little silicone babies in my collection. And I have 1 silicone 16-inch doll. And then my other silicone, I adopted her out to Penny. Penny is taking good care of her, named her Jenny. What a cute name. Normally nobody calls me Jenny. Jenny, I think of, actually Mark does. He says it in the way from the movie Forrest Gump. Jenny. So after we are painting, we're going to take the kiddos out for pancakes. They love pancakes. We're going to the house of pancakes or wherever Mark was talking about later on. And then I'm going to go to sleep for the day. And then I'll be back tonight. Did I make the plastic? No, I did not sculpt it. I did not mold it. So no, I hopefully will be a sculptor though. Let's see. We've got a face that looks sleepy and a bunch of cussing faces. Okay. Let's see. Yes, yes, I am an artist. I've been an artist for 21 years now. Actually, I've been an artist my whole life. I used to sketch portraits. I used to do it for fun. And I used to sketch people. That's what I used to do as a teenager, young adult. And then I discovered reborn dolls. And now I am totally in love with this art. And I love dolls my whole life. I love, 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 love dolls. Just want to make sure. Hello, hello. Shocked face. Are you using pencil with the paint? No. So I did order a Prisma pencil, finally got it. Use this. And I tried it for hair painting for mapping, and it won't like go on right. I don't like it. I'm just used to putting paint straight on the vinyl, so I tried that. That didn't work. I may try again in the future because with pencil, like Prisma pencil, it gives you more precision. You have more precision for mapping out the hairline. and then I would paint right over it. So some people do that. They will use Prisma pencils to pencil in the hair, which there's nothing wrong with it. I've seen some beautiful, beautiful hair that has been penciled in, and then you can paint over it. And I may try it again. Um, hello, hello there. So what I'm using is paint. I'm using golden paints. Okay, so we're almost done with this kit and we're going to move on to the next one. So I want to challenge myself. It's always good. And see how well I can do a live stream and paint quicker. That is my challenge. You guys get to be the witness of that. Actually, without any music. Have you seen the new Sunna kit by Lorley Eagles? Yes, I have. I ordered two of them. I pre-ordered two of them. Maybe if the stars align, I can do Sunna for the Kansas Doll Show if I get her in time. I don't know if I'll get her in time, but she never know. You never know. I may. She looks like a big baby. Now this baby Elina is. Oh my goodness, this kit is very big. She's very big. Okay, she is done being veined. Here she is. Look at her. She's so adorable. She's so cute. Yeah, Sana is very cute. I got two of them. So I make one to sell and one for me to keep. If I, sometimes if a kit doesn't strike me that then I'll just go ahead and reborn the other one and sell it as well. I can't wait to see your version of Awake Gracie May. Yes, we're going to be veining her today. We're going to vein. We're going to do veining on her. Okay, so this one is done. Let's move on down to Sammy Joe. So let me put her back on the wall and get Sammy Joe. Sammy Joe is going to be a boy. He's going to be a chunky boy. And a lot of people love chunky baby boys. So he's going to be chunky. So we got two big babies. We got a couple medium-sized babies and two small babies. So we'll see how far we can get. See how many babies we can get done, because I don't know if I can get all of them done. If I get all of them done that I would like to get done. Look at Sammy Joe. He looks like a chubby boy, doesn't he? He's a big size baby. I'm going to say he's about like 21 inches. He's a big boy. So I'm sure it's a girl, hence the name Sammy Joe. But I love it. It looks just like a boy to me. So screams boy. So we're doing all the veining. So I got my vein mix. So I'll show you my little vein mix. I mixed all the veining for everybody. So it's going to be a process of everybody's going to get their veins. Everybody's going to get their first creasing and nail beds done. Everybody's going to get their primer. So everybody's going to go through the same steps until we get to a certain point where every baby is going to be individualized. I'm going to show you these arms and legs are very chunky. Look at this. Look at these chunky legs. I love chunky legs. Look at those legs. Aren't they adorable? Oh, they're so cute. I love Sammy Joe so much. I am going to keep buying Sammy Joe. I'm making one for me. I have one for me, and I'm going to buy another Sammy Joe. I just love this kit. And then I want to make one into an African American baby. I would love to make a Sammy Joe in African American. I think it looks so cute. So We're going to try to get in one. I do have an African American baby that she did come out really, really cute. And that's going to be for Kansas. So we're going to start on Sammy Joe's head here. Oh my gosh, look at him. I just think he needs to go in the oven for a bit so I can reshape his head. His head needs to be shaping a little bit. But we'll do that during the baking process. Baking babies. You heard me right. We are going to be putting babies in the oven. And a lot of people ask that. Put that baby in the oven. Like, you are correct. They do go in the oven. Let's see. The Luli kits. I don't know. I have so many kits. I don't even know who I have. Maybe. Probably not. Remember me? I came and then I left and now I'm back. Well, you are back. Well, hello, hello. Super talent, super. Thank you. I appreciate that. Adorable. Wow, love the chunky baby. I know, right? Chunky babies. All right, let's get some veins on this baby. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start. I like to start off with nostrils and in the ear canal, and that'll bring depth to it. So we'll start off with that. We're going to start off with a fresh, well, actually, yeah, fresh thing here. These makeup applicators are awesome. If you, oh my goodness, I highly recommend these things. If you are a reborn artist, I highly recommend them, or become a reborn artist or silicone artist, I highly recommend them. So we're going to go ahead and I am so glad I discovered the airbrush medium. It makes painting inside of nostrils, inside of mouths, so much easier. It spreads really nice. So we were making these nostrils a little bit darker in there. And then once we go to add more creasing paint, we'll be adding creasing colors. We'll be adding other colors to it. So I just love the way that it makes the paint, makes my life easier. Adorable. Love the chunky babies. And I read that comment. Yes, me too. I love this baby screams boy. So maybe Sammy Joe is a boy's name. So it looks like it is sunny. It is sunny outside. We were in Cleveland, Ohio. We had 71 degrees yesterday. So went to several different appointments with the kiddos yesterday. So I was busy with a bunch of appointments. What is your favorite color? I'm going to say my favorite color is maroon. I like maroon. I like earth tones. I want to paint the doll room an earth, like a really pretty yellow. Really pretty earth tone yellow. I'll have to get some ideas. And then before I decide to, get to decorate the room, the doll room, I want to get it painted first. That's why whenever you see the doll room, it's like kind of a mess. My color is, let's see, mine's the color of your gloves. Oh yeah, this color, lilac. These are lilac. Yeah, I love these. I need to order more of these. I love these lilac gloves. Hello, hello. I'm hurting it. Oh no. No, I think the baby's doing fine. Inside the ear canal. The baby is doing fine. We're putting depth and color. We're bringing this baby to life. We should get some background music. Woo! Let's do that. Let's get some background music. It is too quiet. I hate quietness with my thoughts. Only if I can hear you guys. That would be fun. You see the comparison to this ear to this ear. Okay, let's get some music going. Let's plug our tablet over here. This tablet needs, we gotta dump out our coffee from this morning. Okay, let's get some music going. I'm gonna make me some more Sono music. Because it's too quiet in the background. Too quiet. All right. There we go. All right, we need some music in our lives. Music in our lives. Hey, 62 people, welcome, welcome. I am Jen Len of Creative Newborns. Welcome to my channel. I make vinyl realistic art dolls. I've been doing it for 21 years now. Welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Gotta find a spot for my glasses. All right, let's get this baby's ears done. How are we doing today? Where's everybody watching from? What are you doing this weekend? I know, I'm so nosy. So right now, if you're just joining, I am painting a vinyl hyper-realistic doll. This is Sammy Joe by Marita Winters. What we're doing is blue undertones and veining. That's the first layer that I do. So we're on the very first layer. And right now, I am adding depth inside the ear canals here. So that way the other layers of paint will go really, really, it'll make it look so incredibly realistic. Southern Illinois. Oh, somebody's trying to call. Southern Illinois, storming right now. Oh boy, I love a good thunderstorm as long as it's not dangerous. And that means the photo you have on profile isn't real, baby. Creative. You are. Thank you. Yes, that's Famous Faye. That baby won the Trueborn contest, and I kept her, and that's Famous Faye. And I would take her to doll shows, and everybody would want to buy her. So, good thing she is not a limited edition kit, and so whenever I need more of the area kits, Bobby from Trueborns, she'll order more for me. So when I see her next, I'm going to put in another order for a couple more kits. So, and then I pay her at the show, and then, yeah, I think we need to add more paint. We need to fix our mixture here. Let's fix it. We need a little more paint in here. All right. Just want to get in more paint. It's a little too light. I'm telling you, Airbrush medium for air dry paint. Airbrush medium is a game changer. Big time. Big time. I'm so glad I discovered it. Just trying out all the different mediums. Okay. I love your artwork. I am from North Carolina originally, Catskill Mountains in New York. Wow, I think that's where they recorded the movie. What movie is that? The Catskills. Oh, what is it? Dirty Dancing, if I'm correct. Welcome, welcome from North Carolina. Lots of thunder, lightning, and rain. Stay safe over there. What kind of paint are you using? I'm using air dry acrylics. So I'm using, I'll show you the paints that I use. I use golden paints and I use liquid text. These are the professional grade, so these are more expensive. They're pretty expensive. A bottle like this costs like almost, what, 30 bucks? It's a lot of money. So these are highly pigmented. And like I said, this golden airbrush medium is a game changer. This and the pouring medium. So this is a pouring medium. Let's see, color pouring medium matte. This stuff actually goes on matte. It's really nice. And I'm going to use this as like a medium to add a little bit of the base color in and do my kind of like a priming with that. We're going to try it out. We're going to try it. We're going to try it. So, and of course, distilled water is what you use with air dry paints. So that's my distilled water. And now we have the baby. Yes, they did the Catskills, and they even used the Concord Hotel was really high, and Trump loved that place. Yes, because I watched a lot of videos on where Dirty Dancing was filmed, and they showed the Catskills and they showed the hotel and everything. That's pretty cool. Those are good brands. Yes, they are. They're professional brands. They are professional brands. And like I said, if I didn't discover the airbrush medium, painting these ears would be really hard with just paint and water. It makes a huge difference if you find the right mediums that work for you for your paints, because using just water is I'm so used to using just water, but it's way more time consuming and challenging. So I'm just loving how it's spreading and they're really nice. And these makeup applicators are a game changer as well. Thank goodness for Amazon, man. You can get so much supplies from there so much easier than back in the day when I first started. I mean, well, I ordered everything from Bountiful Baby, and that's who I discovered first. When I discovered reborning, I discovered Bountiful Baby first. And that's where I pretty much learned everything from there and got back in the day when I started doll kits. It was a year before doll kits came out. So we used what was called Behringer dolls, and I'll show you that. Because I'm going to try to do a Behringer doll that you see in the thumbnail of this video. So we started with Behringer dolls, City Toy dolls, dolls from Ashton Drake Galleries. This here is a Behringer doll. It is a doll that is, you've probably seen these before. They sell them at Walmart, Target, and you can even get them at Goodwill. You see random dolls like these, and they do make realistic They do look very realistic once you paint them. So all I got done was stripping just the lips. I'm going to work with the factory paint because I am very highly sensitive to chemicals. Therefore, I did see LaDonna Briggs. She painted over the painted factory hair, and it looks quite nice. So I'm going to paint over this and bring it all out. And bring it and match this color and bring it. It's going to be a good challenging thing. So that is the Euro Behringer. If I get time, I will do this for the Kansas Doll Show. I would love to, but we'll see how much time we have. So we started off with dolls like that. I remember when they were discontinuing the Behringers at Bountiful Baby. I bought a whole case of them. I bought a whole case of Behringers. And then the year later, they came out with the first doll kits. They started coming out with the first doll kits. And man, what a game changer that was. Let's see. What does the airbrush medium do? Thin it, wet it longer. So what it does is it makes the paint blend real easily. It makes the paint spread onto the vinyl much easier than just water. Let me turn this down. Oh, we got our music too loud. There we go. So it makes it so that you can blend your paints really well. There have been reviews on this stuff. I'll show you real quick. There's been reviews on this stuff that they say that they do use it on brushing on their because this is also used on figurines and stuff like that. So I follow other artists that do other type of paintings, and you learn a lot from other artists as well, even though they're not painting reborn dolls, they're painting figurines or they're painting on a canvas. This can be brushed on as well. Like you can use this as instead of spraying it. So it's made for spraying, which makes sense. It makes it blend, go on so much nicer. So I love this stuff. Only thing is it's tacky. So you have to watch. I usually use it in between layers. So the next layer that I use, I'll probably use just water or the matte medium or whatever. So try not to use it too much of it or it gets extremely tacky and sticky. Whoa, dude, I dropped you guys. Oh, that's sorry, I dropped you guys. Are you there? Are you okay? Oh my goodness, look what happens. Okay. Oh, I hate this thing. Oh, this thing is awful. You guys fell off of this thing. I am so sorry. Are you okay? I'm hurting my poor subscribers. I am so sorry. Is everybody okay? Are you breathing? Are you okay? I don't paint dolls, but I do acrylic watercolor paper arts. Awesome. Yeah, this is basically almost the same thing. But we're painting on vinyl. This is a different canvas we're painting on, is vinyl dolls. Let me situate you guys. You're okay? Okay. No, I'm okay as long as you're okay. We don't want we don't want to hurt you. Um, Gee, look at see, it's because of this. Dang. I'm gonna have to invest in a good thing, tripod. All right, we're gonna get you back up here again. I have no other way to film this. I have no idea why this falls off. It should not fall off. All right, we're just going to be extra gentle. We're going to take this cord off of you guys. All right, we're at 100%, so I think we're going to do good. I know, right? The dumb, stupid thing. It is stupid. I hate it. Oh, I am so sorry, Great White. I hurt your shoulders. Oh my gosh, I so apologize for that. I hurt you guys. I'm hurting my subscribers, my viewers. It's like I go on a live stream to watch a live stream. What she do? She drops us on the floor, or drops us in the paint. Earlier, it fell in the paint. Thank God it didn't get on my camera. So it fell in the paint. All right, let's go ahead and get some veins. Let's get to work here. Let's get some veins. I always start at the back of the head. Look at those veins. See how nice that spreads? You can just keep going and going. All right. That's always a rule of thumb, like, or always a thing to do it on the back of the head because you never know. You know, you don't want to start right off on the face because this is going to be covered with hair painting. I would love to be able to root faster. That would be so much nice. If I can root faster, that would be nice. If I can root real quickly, because rooted looks really well when done right. Maybe one day I'll practice rooting. Even though I started off rooting Reborn Dolls. I think my rooting is okay, but not as good as prototype rooting. A face reveal. There he is. All right. I'm going to concentrate on this and I'll look up at chat periodically. Yeah, this part you gotta be very careful because... Oh, there you go again. Okay, you guys are teetering. Okay, we're gonna figure this out. Okay. I guess this is not going to work. So we're gonna get another thing. This is not working because you guys are gonna fall over. Yeah. All right. All right, let's put you on something else. Dang, 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 dang. This is what we have set up here. It's this thing right here. Okay. Let's go ahead and put you on this thing. All right. Well, stand by. I'll be back. We got to set this up. Oh, let me show you a peek of this African American baby. This was done. This baby was done with the golden medium, the airbrush medium, and it spreads the paint so nice. Especially like on the palms and everything. The paint, you wouldn't be able to paint with acrylics like that. Not with just water. You have to have like some sort of like medium for that. So, all right, I'm going to set you up here and we're going to take down this. Unless we just do this. But I want you to see what I'm doing. It's fun when you get to see what I'm doing. This piece of garbage right here, let's get rid of it. I guess it's going to go in the garbage. Cheap piece of thing. I guess I'm going to order the one. It's like $300 just for this other type of... It would be worth it if it doesn't drop, you guys. All right. I want you guys to see what I'm doing. That is the whole purpose of that. Thank you for those who hung in. Hung in there. Hang in there. Let's see. This should work. Yeah, it'll work. All right, we'll do it this way. I know, right? Help, help, help! I'm dropping you guys. I'm just abusing you guys. So we can do this. There we go. Yeah, we'll do that. How about we'll do that? That'll work. You're fine. I know. I am so sorry I'm hurting you guys. I feel really bad now. I give you guys a major headache. Hmm. Okay. We'll get it right. We'll get it right. Because I know I love live streams that show people painting. Been binging on Reborn painting, and it's been so helpful. Some of these veins may look drastic, but trust me, they're going to be under layers and layers, and that's why I do this first. I do this first so that it'll go behind all the layers, and it looks so super realistic when it's behind all the layers, other layers of paint. It's all about layering, layer upon layer upon layer, to achieve the skin tone. I always study my grandbabies' veining and skin tones when they stay all night and they're sleeping beside me. Yes, I've been doing the same thing with my grandson. I've been studying his hair pattern. I've been studying his crown swirl, and I even tell my daughter that, and I'm like, I'm studying his hair. She's like, Mom, what are you doing? I'm studying your son's hair. And how to do, like, because he has very sparse hair. You like the overhead view? We're going to fix that. I have to get the, I'm going to go ahead and order that. I forgot the name of it. It's like $300, but it's worth the investment if it works and doesn't drop the phone. But I will get one. It's got a weight on it, a counterweight to where you can adjust it to. We will get the overhead view. It's just that's a piece of garbage of a overhead thing. Hello, hello. And I even had one that clamped on your table and it had a ring light and everything. That thing didn't work either. Here's one of the veins. I promise I will get another thing and we'll do. I love overhead views too. So I want to be a help to other artists and people who are interested in becoming artists. Hello, hello. If you're just joining, we have 42 people. Welcome to my live stream. I am Jen Len of Creative Newborns. I've been a reborn artist for 21 years now. And we are working on Kansas Doll Show Babies. We're currently working on Sammy Joe. We're doing the first layer. The first layer I do is blue undertones and veining. That's what we're working on right now. Acrylic air dry paints are very, you have to be very quick with them. I don't have any retardant in them, and that means it slows, like slow drying agent. I like it when the paint dries quick, and you have to learn how to paint very quickly and watch, keep your eyeballs on that vinyl at all times while you're painting. If you wait for just like a minute or not even half a minute, it'll leave a permanent water paint stain on there, and that's especially during the veining part. You don't want that. So I love doing the delicate little veining on the eyes. And then you put capillaries, or just the realism. Just love the realism. See? And I gotta skip this. This song's new. Here we go. You love reborn dolls? That's awesome. Tell me your favorite food. Right now, I'm thinking about a cheeseburger. I love cheeseburgers. I've been really into double cheeseburgers with extra cheese. Yes, I make the babies. What is your favorite kit and sculpt? Oh gosh. Oh, I'm gonna think right now, Elina, the one we were just working on before Sammy Joe. I love this one. This one's like a close second. This one is so, I've been waiting to paint on him all for a while. Oh gosh, so many. There's just so many of them. Gracie May is up there too. I'd say Gracie May. So many beautiful kits, and maybe one day I'll be a sculptor myself. And then I'm going to sculpt all kinds of kits that because I'm so finicky when it comes to the head proportions to the arms and legs. I'm very finicky with that, and I feel a lot of times, and I'm not picking on sculptors, I feel bad. Their sculptors are really, really beautiful. I feel a lot of times like the limbs in majority of the cases are too big for the head, because in a newborn, the head is the biggest part of the body. So, um, most of the reborns I make for myself are all mixed, which means they are all um, two different kits, sometimes three different kits to achieve the proportions that I want for the realism, in my opinion. Now, these kits I am making at whole, so they are the actual kit, which I think Sammy Joe, I think Marita Winters. I love all the sculptors. Marita Winters is probably like my favorite sculptor because of the fact that she has good portions. Like her limbs, like it's pretty proportioned. You can see with the hand here. I'll back them up. I just love fists. I love that. I love that look. Her limbs are so perfectly portioned. And if you take a leg, oh, she made the bent froggy legs. Look at this. I love the froggy leg look. Absolutely love a curled up baby. Love it. Let's see. You have two babies? That's awesome. Yes, I will be adding blush. That those layers will come later. Right now we're doing blue undertones. Blue undertones and veining. And then we're going to do the first blushing layer. We're just going to prime it. So this will be a first time I'm actually consciously priming a doll. So I discovered priming it with the color medium matte makes the other layers of paint go on much, much quicker. Now, normally I'm painting faster than this, but because I'm like concentrating on chat, I'm just paying attention to what you guys are saying. Do you add blush? Yes. Yeah, so those will come later. I have 8 babies. I love them. 8 babies. Wow. That is awesome. I'd love to hear all about your reborn collection. If you have a reborn doll collection, let me know. I would love to know how many boys, how many girls, how many vinyl reborns, how many silicones. Love to hear about it. That's awesome. All right, I think his head might be done. Almost done. So this is like blue undertones right here. Bridge of the nose. It makes the skin appear like thinner here towards the bridge of the nose. Right here. And take a cosmetic wedge and gently go across. Oh, they're all reborn girls. Oh, how adorable. Thank you for sharing how many reborns you have, and they're all girls. How adorable is that? I just started collecting them this year. That is awesome. Congratulations. Aren't they wonderful? They're wonderful to collect, aren't they? They're fun to collect. I've been collecting them for 22 years. I've been collecting dolls for all my life. So that would be 54 years. 54 years! Well, 50 years probably. I bet you they are so stinking cute. Yeah, I love going on Reborn channels and watching everybody's nursery and what they have in their nursery. I absolutely love Penny's nursery. They're so cute with the giraffe. She drew those, she painted those giraffes on there herself. I think I'm going to have her come paint giraffes on my walls. Hello, 64 people. I am Jen Len of Creative Newborns. Welcome. We are painting a hyper-realistic vinyl art doll. We are in Cleveland, I think sunny, Ohio. I think it's sunny. Welcome, welcome to my channel. We are so happy you are here. I'm painting with acrylic air dry paints. That's what we're painting with today. Well, all the time. I would love to paint with Genesis. Actually, like I said, this airbrush medium makes the acrylic paints act like Genesis. You just have to be very careful because they are very, very shiny. So I would recommend painting matte in between, like painting with just regular water or matte medium in between, so it's not for the Caucasian babies. Now with that ethnic baby that I painted, I had no other choice but to use all of the golden airbrush medium, which made the baby extremely shiny, sticky, and oh my goodness, everything stuck to her. That's a pain. That's the one thing I hate, is when fuzzies and everything sticks to the vinyl while you're painting. Hi, I would really love to buy from you. Do you have a store? I don't have a store. I do have an Instagram. It's creative underscore newborns underscore Jenlen. And then if I have anything for sale, it would be there. But I don't have anything for sale at the moment. Junie was supposed to have been for sale, but we had our oven situation going on. And then I decided that I am going to set aside a day to bake the babies. And Junie will be the only reborn that I will have available that is not Kansas Doll Show related. But the rest of these dolls are Kansas Doll Show. So they will be available there on Labor Day weekend. My smallest is Luke and Serena Kits, and then my biggest is a 43-inch Gabriella. Oh my goodness, that is a big baby. Oh, yeah, thanks for sharing that with me. Oh, I bet you they're so adorable. You're back? Welcome back. Welcome, welcome back. It's good to have you. Good to have you, good to have you. Yeah, I can't believe I am hungry already. Well, I've been up since 3 a.m., so it's been a while. Been a while. It's lunchtime. We're gonna try to get through these babies. We'll see if we can. Let's see if we can. Let's see if I can live stream and get painting done, because I would love to be able to do that. Multitasking. So I will look into that today, about getting that overhead, and hopefully that'll solve all our problems. I forgot what the name of it, but I kept seeing it on Facebook. You know, you see ads on Facebook, and it's so hopefully I've seen other artists. I review. I search reviews before I buy anything that's quite expensive. That way I know if the product is going to be helpful or not for the money. So it got good reviews, and an artist who does other type of art, she does YouTube as well. She does, I think she does the same thing. She does acrylic painting and does watercolor, and she does canvas paintings. She paints countryside. She paints like nature and things like that. So, and she uses, she has a YouTube channel, and she did a review on it, and she liked it a lot. So she uses that for her overview when she's doing tutorials and stuff like that. So, let's see. You have a question. I might have an answer. Thank you so much for those emojis. How adorable are those? I might have an answer as long as it's respectful. I don't know. That's a good question. Anybody else know? Probably the chicken. That's my guess. I don't know. No. Oh, I was wrong. Oh, nice. Right now I'm trying to get some build up. And then you get paint build up. You have to watch for build up too. In the ear. We don't want lines build up. The answer is both. I drew the burger. I'm craving a cheeseburger. I don't know what it is. Since I got my taste back, I lost my taste for like 2 years. And cheeseburgers tasted horrible. And I loved cheeseburgers back then, but then when I lost my taste, I lost my taste buds for 2 years. And now that I can taste them correctly, oh, they're delicious. I love steak. I want to go to a steakhouse, but the kids want to go get pancakes. Like, they want to get pancakes. Hello, hello. You're craving sushi? I've tasted sushi before. It's okay. I don't like fish really too much. Tuna fish is the only one I like. If you can make, probably can make sushi out of anything. I like to make some sushi out of. I heard that sardines. I know. I heard it as like a superfood, like going on a sardine diet. It sounds kind of gross, but it's super good for you. I wonder if I should try the sushi diet. When you get to be my age, diet matter. Everything. It's everything because you're older. And everything about us is older. And you have to watch what you eat. Fish. Yeah, I don't like fish. Only tuna pretty much is what I like. All right, we're going to work on the limbs. We're going to call that done for now. Put a little bit more paint in the ear here. Put that in. There's his veining so far. That's what he looks like. All right, let's do the hands and feet. Hands and feet. Sammy Joe is going to be... Oh, I can't wait till this baby's put together. Hello, 60 people. Welcome to my live stream. I'm Jen Len from Creative Newborns. I've been a reborn artist for 21 years. Welcome, welcome. We are in Cleveland, Ohio. We are painting Kansas doll show babies. Got a doll from Babeside. Is it Babeside or Bayside? And the doll hair is ripped off. Yeah, I am on the side of authentic dolls. If you can get an authentic reborn, that's best. I am not a reborn doll police, so I won't be policing anybody, but I do recommend, um, I recommend authentic reborns if you can, because it's taking away from our sculptors who, they don't give permission for them to be copied. So, but I am not a reborn police. I'm not gonna hate on anybody who has, any of the knockoffs, because that's becoming very popular. But I try to encourage, if possible, to get an authentic reborn. All right, I'm using the wrong one. But there's some good drama on here on YouTube over that. That's kind of funny. Let's see. I think fish is good, bro. I got fish yesterday. Oh, that's cool. It's good for you. Yes, it is. Get those omega 3s. Those are really good for you. The baby's head fell off. Oh no. Kind of reminds me of the movie Dumb and Dumber where they're like, what happened to Petey? What happened to the bird? His head fell off. I thought that was funny. We gotta get out of this town. Our heads are falling off. We gotta get out of this town. Our reborn dolls' heads are falling off. See that on camera. There's some veining. Now, what drives me crazy, honestly, is when I see artists. I do enjoy watching other artists, but there's some where they paint extremely thin layers and you can't tell the difference. It takes 100 layers to get to even the Caucasian. Hello, 71 people. Thanks for joining. Thank you, thank you. I'm Jen Lynn of Creative Newborns. Welcome to my channel. I've been a reborn artist for 21 years. We are in Cleveland, I think sunny Cleveland, Ohio. Can you believe it? 71 degrees yesterday. Thank goodness the weather was nice for all the places I had to go to yesterday. It's been a while since I've seen the light of day because I am a third shifter. I think my goal is to get back to first shift, even though I love all the people on third shift. I love the pay better on third shift, but I would like to live a normal life and go back to first shift in the future. What's everybody up to today? What's up? What's up? What's everyone up to? We've been on here, oh, 1 hour and 31 minutes. Holy moly. Okay, I gotta get lunch. As soon as we're done with this baby, I gotta get lunch. I'm hungry. We'll be working on these babies for the next 5 months. So make sure you're subscribed so you can keep track of how well these dolls are doing and how they're turning out. We just started them today. I live in Minnesota and it's been in the 20s to the 30s. Wow, that's cold. Wow. You're much colder than us. Yeah, we were like, it is just suddenly spring. It went right from being like negative to 71 degrees, but that's crazy Ohio weather. We are officially in the tornado season. It's crazy weather in Ohio. Crazy weather everywhere, actually. Everybody got some crazy snowstorms several weeks ago, you know? All right, that's that arm. See how quickly we can get these done, but quickly but accurately. Even with the veining makes all the difference in the world. Just brings it to that much closer to looking so much more lifelike. All right, look at this hand. Oh, love it. It's like making that. It's so cute. These nails are so well detailed too. It is so much detail. Are you painting the veins? Yes, I am painting the veins. I'm doing blue undertones and veining. That's what I'm doing. There's my little vein there. And the reason I do this first is because it shows up underneath all of the layers and it looks so incredibly realistic when you see the blue undertones and the veining underneath all the blushing layers. Looks so incredibly realistic. In 3 days it's going to be carnival. You going to a carnival or are you going on a carnival ship? I went on 3 of those. Those are so much fun. Minden, Nebraska, all the way from Nebraska. Welcome, welcome. Where's everybody from? We are in Cleveland, Ohio. Where is everybody else from? I want to see when hubby wants to go on that pancake date. I love to know. It's fun to see where everybody's watching from. You're in school? Hey, 77 people. Good to see you. Yes, I'll be painting. Hubby's got practice. He plays bass for the church. He's got practice today, so I gotta find out when he wants to go out. So I'll be going back to sleep for the day, and then I'll be up all night tonight. So I might go live stream tonight. I do apologize once again for missing last night. We had an emergency dental situation, and so I was so tired. I was up all day, which I am not used to. I'm usually sleeping all day. So therefore I slept till 3 a.m. and then I was organizing to get started painting on these babies. I'm hoping one day they'll come out with an air dry varnish that's just as good, if not good, better than Genesis. But I love the feel of Genesis. I love how the paint looks underneath that varnish. Oh, but I just can't stand the oven. Oh, it just gives me a headache. So that's why I have to put it outside. That's why I have to wait to bake everybody and wait to do the rest of the varnishing process. So um, once I'm going to do everything. So we're doing the veining all at the same time. We'll do all the blushing all at the same time. We'll do all the varnishing at the same time. So all the different steps are all going to be done like same time. And then I branch off to each individual doll if I want them to have different skin tones or different type of blushing, then I just individualize them. And then the hair painting is individualized, so then they start to branch off. They all get their basic, all their basic layers of paint first, and then we have them. I have a lot of doll kits. I have several that are painted and not even finished painted, so I think that would be my goal after the doll show, to finish painting on Realborn Jackson. We have another Realborn that we got to finish painting on. Then I have several kits that they're in the middle of the painting process, and I just kind of stopped and put them away. I don't know if I remember you. Sorry. All right. All right, let's go on to the next. And I'll look it over. Go on to next hand. We already did this one. Let me make sure that they are matching a little bit. All right. Look at these pudgy legs. Oh, I love them. Look at that. I love the bend, and they're pudgy. Look at those feet. Pudgy feet. I love them. Pudgy little feet. Let's put some veins on you. That's the great thing about acrylic paints is they dry so fast and you can just, by the time you're done with one kit, the next kit, the first one, it's ready to paint on again. No baking. That's what I love about it. So I guess I'm pretty blessed that I don't have to worry about baking each layer or baking every 2 layers. So I'm very lucky in that. That's the whole idea behind painting with acrylic paints is you don't have to go through all that baking process and curing the paint. The only thing I have to cure is the varnish, and thank goodness the Genesis varnish and that IRS P varnish, they both varnish beautifully over the acrylic paint. The leg that has the IRSP has to go through a couple more bakes to so I can see what it feels and looks like when fully cured. So let's hope we can get 7 dolls. That's the plan. 7 reborns for my table at the doll show at Kansas. Think I can do it? If I was not working a full-time job, yes, I can do it. Somebody asked me once, how many babies do you make a day? Oh my gosh, I wish I could. I really wish I could make I really wish I could make several babies a day. That would be nice. Then I would have so many babies for my table and I can do whatever I want. That would be so nice. But I work a full-time job and being on third shift does take a lot out of you. And that's why I think for the benefit of my health, I may once a few things are in place, I'll go back to first shift so I can hopefully feel better. So, but if I don't, the cool thing about my job is they'll let you go back to the shift that you want. It truly is really cool that they let you go on what shift works best for you. I really love that about my job. So, it's a good challenge. See how far I can get done. I know I was working the other years. It's because I was on first shift. Like that's why I was able to make more babies. It does affect you. Even though I'm used to being up at night and used to sleeping during the day, it still affects you. Do you make those yourself? Yes, I do. I am a reborn artist. I don't sculpt them, no. But I make the reborn dolls. Maybe one day I'll be a sculptor, though. I'm taking Marita Winter's sculpting class. At the Kansas Doll Show, so who knows? I'm going to check my expectations at the door, though, because it may not be a thing that I like to do. But I did sculpt too many babies before, and I liked it. I don't know why I didn't continue on doing it, but I think Bonnie Brown had a video up on YouTube showing how she sculpts little dolls, and I kind of Um, got an idea there, copied that idea, and then it actually didn't do too bad. They still look alienish a little bit, but they look human too a little bit. So, yeah, maybe it'll be something that I may sculpt my own doll kits. That would be really nice. Or sculpt a one of a kind. I would love to sculpt a one of a kind. That would be really cool. Because I don't want no one copying my kits. If I become a sculptor, I don't want no one copying, like, I don't want them making knockoffs of my kits, you know? So I may only do one of a kinds. Who knows? How much are they? They range from 425 all the way up to 1500, average being 775 to 800. Thank you. Yeah, that's my averages. This doll will probably be about 775. He's a bigger baby, so it's more work. Those of you just joining in, this is Sammy Joe. Isn't he adorable? He is so newborny. I don't know why he's not more popular. This is a Marita Winners sculpt. I'm so excited to be taking her class, but he's going to be a chunky baby boy. I love chunky babies. Isn't he cute? He's just so adorable. Look at all the difference with the veining, how much the veining matters. And that's going to be under all the other layers of skin tones, and it's going to look so amazing. I think hubby's on his way up here. Mark? Let me open the door. I think Bubby's done getting into stuff. Mark? What time did you want to do the pancake thing? And always want to know what made you want to do the pancakes. Where's this at? Do we have eggs? Are we that's done? So what time do we leave next week? I gotta go see you. Okay. All right. I'll let the boys know if they want to go too. They love pancakes. Huh? Oh. Yeah. Okay. We're on live stream right now in case you want to come up and chat with us. We're live right now. Okay. All right. This evening is pancake time. All right. That's when we're going. Sorry about that. Maybe we'll just continue on with our dolls. What are the layers made of? They're made of paint and mediums and paint. So I'm going to be experimenting with medium with this. I'm pretty confident in this um, color medium, pouring medium. It's actually for pouring acrylics. But if it says medium, it's fair game for medium. So that's how I look at it. I'm going to try it. I'm feeling pretty confident. Let me refresh my color. I need to refresh our color here. So like I said, I'm feeling pretty confident in that medium. I'm going to use it as a primer. Although I have primer from McPherson's, that tends to be shiny, but this stuff is nice and matte. This is going to be a total game changer if I can use this as a regular medium to, that would be awesome. I could use that in between the airbrush medium too. We'll see how that works. All right, we refreshed our color. But the more layers you have in a Caucasian baby, well, even in ethnic babies, the more realistic. Ethnic babies themselves take a lot of layers because depending on how dark you want the baby. So that takes a lot of layers as well. Hello, 77 people. Let me introduce myself. I am Jen Lynn of Creative Newborns. Welcome to my channel. I am a reborn doll artist, also known as hyper realistic art dolls and reborns. We will try to get to our authentic reborn. I want one of every kind of baby for the doll show. I would love to have an ethnic baby, love to have a Behringer baby, a doll with blonde hair, a doll with red hair, a rooted doll. There she is, Pretty Tings. I love your name. How are you doing today? How you doing, love? Good morning, good morning. Have a good day. You have a good day too. You're back. Welcome back. How's Miss Pretty Tings doing today? Doing great. I'm home relaxing. It's raining outside. There's supposed to be storms. Let me look outside. I didn't look outside in a long time. Hang on a second. Mark said there's supposed to be storms later in Cleveland. He's like, yeah, we're going out to eat after the storm. Oh my goodness, thank you for the 100 likes. I appreciate it. Okay, right now it is gloomy. It is back to being cloudy. So, welcome to cloudy Cleveland, Ohio. Let me plug you guys back in. You guys need to be plugged in. It was sunny earlier. Mark said he's like, oh gosh, after the thunderstorms. We're supposed to get storms today. Woo, relaxing storms. I'll be sleeping good this afternoon. So after this, I'll probably go to sleep for a little bit. I can hear the winds kicking up right now as we speak. Probably hear thunder and lightning soon here in Cleveland. There she is. Hey, Penny. I was just talking about you. Hello, I can't stay long. I'm fixing to leave for our church visitation. Will you have a blessed evening or day, Penny? God is first. I totally understand. But I'm so glad you took a moment to stop in and say hello. It's good to hear from you. Yes, hearing the wind and the rain is relaxing. It is relaxing. Yeah, I plan to. What time do we have now? Let's see what time it is. It's after 10 o'clock, so I'll probably go to bed soon. I should be back on hopefully tonight. Hopefully. I'm not going to say anymore, definitely, because last night we had an emergency. Um, so I had to take my son for emergency dental service, dental, and that wasn't fun. So I wasn't able, I didn't get home till 10 o'clock. And I was like, I'm not used to being up during the day. And then I had another appointment. Oh my goodness, my daughter had an appointment. We saw someone's little heartbeat. That's all I'm going to say. So that was a good appointment. I was with my daughter first for her appointment, and then my son needed to go to emergency dental. So I was in hospitals all day and dental offices. I started getting queasy sick from being in hospitals, and dentists and all them. They have a smell to them that makes me queasy. He's doing better now. He's not in pain anymore. He was in a lot of pain. He had an infection going on. It can happen. They took care of it. So he's on antibiotics. I know they gave him a prescription. But yeah, he was running a fever, but he was getting his he had a cold anyways. But then he had a fever, and then he had a bad toothache. It was so bad. So made me cry because I don't like to see your children like that. You don't want to see your kids in pain. I do have kids. I have 5 children, real children. I do. Yeah, he had an infection, and he has a cold. He's got like a cold because he had a cough for a while there. Um, yeah, he's doing better now. I feel better. He's doing better, but yeah. I felt bad, but I was surprised. He said he did like the dentist. He did well. So that was traumatic. Any dentists are traumatic to me for some reason, even if it's myself. It's always traumatic, no matter what I'm going for. I guess it's because since I was little, I had problems with my blood, and they thought I had leukemia, what blood cancer or whatever, and I had to get my teeth pulled. And it was a traumatic situation, and ever since then, I've been traumatized by dentists. It's just how I am. All right. How many dolls do you have you done for the show? So my plan is 7, but the way things are looking, I may only get 5 up on the table. We'll see. Lord willing. So I took the night off last night from work, and I meant to been here and working on dolls and get a good head start, but God knew what he was doing when I took that day off because my son needed me. Thank God. Um, I was just glad I had the night off. So I think that was a definite sign that God's like, your son needs you. You're going to have the night off. So I'll be praying for your success in that area. Thank you. Yeah, please pray that I can have enough time to get these done. But like I said, family comes first and everything. If they need me, then dolls are not a number one thing. You love my content? Thank you. You're from Tennessee? Awesome. Here's Sammy Joe. We just got done doing blue undertones and veining for this little one. Isn't he cute? He's a cutie so far. Bye, y'all. Bye, Penny. Thank you for watching on replay. Thank you. We'll talk to you later, Penny. Have a good worship time. The Sammy kit is so cute, isn't it? So cute. So adorable. The blue is mimicking veins. Yes, it's the vein and blue undertones. Like it also it gives indications of thinner skin at the bridge of the nose. Let's see if we, and then you could do that on the limbs as well. I don't do too much like the thinning, like a little bit on the ankles. But I think he's definitely got enough veins. I don't want to make him too veiny. But they blend, a lot of times they blend in under the other layers, and then you don't really notice them that much unless you really, really look. But it gives it all that more realism to it. So what is the end goal? No, they don't poop, but I've done poop diapers a long time ago on my old channel. Mark didn't even know it. We played a prank and we put saran wrap on the doll, and then you put poop. You don't put poop in the diaper, but you put like baby food or whatever. And we played a prank on them. You can have poop pranks. No, I don't make them poop. Shading in that. Let's see, I've heard you mention shading. What is that? So shading is, well, we're not shading now, but on the other one, when we were doing shading on the hair painting of Realborn Thomas, we're just kind of like bringing out the paint strokes to like filling it in, making it look more full, stuff like that. Shading is another, like for ethnic painting, shading areas of the face or the hands and feet to emphasize like the ankle bones or the knees and stuff like that. So yeah. All right, let's get the next baby, and then we'll actually, I'm trying to think of what we can do. We can go to the doll room for a few minutes before I go, because it has been 2 hours. I do got to get off of here, but we'll go. I know a lot of you love the baby room. So let me get the next doll kit. I'm going to show you. I'm going to try to go live tonight. Usually I like to get a nice head start and paint by myself and have my me time and paint. And then I'll pop online tonight. I'm going to sleep and then go out to dinner with my family. But before I go, I'm going to take you to the baby room because I know you guys enjoy that. Let me put Sammy back up on the wall. And then we're working on Adelaide is next. Adelaide will be the next one that we do veining on. I may have Adelaide done by the time I go live next. Adelaide is by the beautiful Samantha Gregory. Here's Adelaide. Isn't he cute? It's going to be a boy. So we'll have 3 boys, 3 girls. Actually, if we get all 7 in, we'll have 3 boys, 4 girls. So that's what I plan for the show. This is just plans. It may not get there. So Lord willing, time willing, we'll be able to do all the babies that we want to do. We're getting a late start because I've been messing around with other dolls and other things I shouldn't have been messing with, the spin art painting and all that. I shouldn't have been doing that. I have no idea what made me want to do that, but it looked fun. Somebody was doing it. It was fun, though. Here is Adelaide. Look at those hands. Samantha Gregory. I met her I want to try to make this one a redhead baby. What do you think? Do you think he would look good with red hair? Some very sparse red hair. I'm thinking you might want to do red hair on this baby. Let me show you the legs. Got nice newborn legs curled in. Oh, I love the curled in legs. Look at those legs. How curled. They're so curled and so cute. So that's Adelaide by Samantha Gregory. So we got this next up on the table. But for now, I do got to go, but we're going to go to the baby room before we'll sign off there in the baby room. But look at that face. Oh, how cute. Yeah, this does scream boy. It could be a girl too. I'm sure she sculpted this doll to be a girl. But I definitely see boy, and I see red hair. What do you think? Red hair. And baby, like baby Victor. Oh, gotcha. Yep, you are correct. Yes, that is a form of shading. So Victor, that's what Jodie Slater did. She shaded that in around like where his hairline is. Yeah. Yep. Yes. So we have Maria making clowns. So it's circus. It's the theme is circus this year. Maria will be making like little stuffed like her crocheted clowns and things like that to decorate the table. I think they'll be for sale as well, if I'm correct. And then she's making each baby will come home with one of her creations. Yeah, I'm thinking he would look good with red hair. So let's hope I can come up with a good color. We don't want him to look like he's got pink hair. So each baby will go home with one of Maria's creations. So, all right. She's very talented on crocheting the really, really super adorable, I don't know what they call them. They look like stuffed bears, stuffed animals that are crocheted. Am I going to what paint? We just got done painting for right now. I may be back later on tonight in the middle of the night. I can't find my glasses. What the heck did I do? Oh, there they are. What did I do? Um, yeah, I highly recommend going to a doll show if you can make it to one. Highly, highly recommended. 111 likes. Thank you. Let's go to the doll room. We're gonna say our see you laters there. Let me go turn on the lights there, and we'll head over to the doll room. Oh, I just realized they do have a doll for sale. I gotta take pictures of it. I have a doll that's gonna be for sale. All right. What is this? These are reborn dolls. This one's going to Kansas as well. She's only been like kind of pieced together. Her hair painting came out really nice. It came out nice. This is my ethnic baby that's going to be at the doll show. So let's head over to the doll room. That's where we're going. We've been listening to kitties purring on the TV. And this is what it looks like in Cleveland, in case you're interested in seeing what it's like right now in Cleveland, Ohio. All right, we are going into the doll room. Welcome to the baby room. Here are all the babies. Because I know everybody so enjoys looking at the babies. And we have Gracie May, because we haven't been in the doll room, so it'll be like a painting slash doll room video. I watch doll shows over and over on YouTube. Yeah, the latest one was West Coast Doll Show. So a lot of people took some videos there. We have our Stephanie. And next we have Brooklyn. Brooklyn says, hello, good morning. What time is it? Yeah, it's still morning here. Good morning. Good morning from Hope. Good morning from Delilah. And we have our Lauren. There's my first ever successful African American baby. This is Isaiah. This is when I discovered that medium. It works so well. Baby Brooklyn. You like Brooklyn? Isn't she cute? She's like one of my most favorites. They're all my favorites. I love them all. Yes. Yep. This one is Haley. Famous Faye. We got Famous Faye here. And we have our little Tiffany Bean. And we have our Paul. He is Portrait Paul. And we have our little Faith. She's looking so cute. Famous Faye and Faith. Yep. We have Chloe here. Says, hello, everybody. How are we doing? Fun fact, Chloe and Faith have the same limbs because these are Elodie limbs. Like I was saying, I have mixed babies, like mixed limbs. There's Pouty Paul in the corner there. He's just like being pouty over there. Baby Jesus, he is known as the Shy Face Behringer, also known as Jesus because he played Jesus. He was in a church play. We have this little guy here, Alex. And we have Victor. So, yeah, you're talking about shading. So, shading, this is her shading, how she shaded that in. Like, there's different depths. And then the shading on the knuckles here. See how she did the shading there on the knuckles? And then towards the finger. And then she probably did some shading. See how the shading towards where the palm, how it's lighter here and it's darker here. It gives much more depth to the skin tone. She does a beautiful job. Beautiful, beautiful. Yep, baby Victor. Yep, yep, yep. 111 likes. Thank you. Yep. Yep, around his mouth. He does, yeah. I study him quite a bit so that when I go to paint, there is a tutorial here on YouTube about where to shade. Very helpful. Do you use the primary painting style on your AA babies? Yes. I use the primary colors on my AA babies. Yes, I do. Yep. It's the easiest way, in my opinion. And you get the skin tone that you want. I used it on him, on Isaiah here. So that is my first ever successful AA baby. That's my first one. And then my second one is over here. She's got a few boo-boos, few flaws, but I'm still in the learning process. So she's not pieced together. I mean, she's not officially put together. So I'm going to take a leg out. I know people are going to be disturbed by taking the leg off. You can see where I did my shading. So it looks quite patchy in some places. But it's okay. I'm learning. So I'm still learning. So we're going to put his leg back. Oh no, his leg. Her leg, I mean. You can see where I did the shading on the edge of the foot there. The middle's lighter. I don't know if I did that on this foot, did I? I did. So some may have like more shading than others. Does it matter the order of the colors? No, it does not matter. in my opinion. Here's the hand. I'm not going to take it out right now because see how the palms, I did the same thing where, you know, it's like darker shading over here. And then there's her face. She's got some little bit of shading there. So it's a bit blotchy. Like I said, I'm learning. So it's not exactly going to look smooth. And then it's darker here on the neck flange. But it looks nice with the Genesis. So she has been varnished with the Genesis Heat Set Varnish. The hair painting came out pretty good. Then she's going to get the thick medium like the rest of them. These are all waiting for thick medium right here. This one's waiting for thick medium. This one's waiting for thick medium. This one here is just going to be varnished with air dry varnish. So this will be a no bake baby. I know, what the heck? Hello there, strawberry. They're creepy good. I think her... Oh, okay. Something could be darker. Then erased your comment. Okay. So one hand has more shading than the other. So there's my mistake. But it's okay. It's not that noticeable unless I told you. If I told you all the things that are wrong with this doll, which really isn't, because it's all, like I said, trial and error with it. The lips can be darker. Yeah, a little bit. You're right. Could be. But I'm keeping them as is. It's because it's already varnished. But actually, they look lighter on camera. If you saw it in person, they look a little darker. I see what you mean. So I was shading in the lips there. But it's all a learning curve. The next baby, you know, the lips will be a little darker. So... Or I probably could add a little more coloring before I put on the thick medium. It's just the way the camera looks. Yes, it's not creepy. It's creepy good. How much in pounds? Well, I'm not sure. You're going to have to Google that. You'll have to Google it. My average is $775 to $800. And if you Google that and say how much that is, or AI, like ask AI or whatever, how much that is in pounds, then it'll tell you. It'll convert it to pounds for you. Alrighty, so these are the babies in my doll room. I am going to get going. I know no video or live stream is complete without seeing the babies. I do not paint silicone, no. Even the creepy ones, for those who are coming here for the creepy babies, these are creepy. You want to see some creepy babies, check them out. Let's see, what's the creepiest one that I think I have? I gotta do something with these doll clothes. Hang on. This one's creepy. I love it. This one's definitely like 80 years old, but I'm loving it. Look at that. It's so vintage. We need to put some clothes on it. But that's so creepy. So these are my creepy older dolls. This one here can be creepy. And then this one, this new one is creepy. Oh my goodness, look how creepy. That was like looking through your soul. Looking through your soul. And then my Cabbage Patch babies. Let's see. The one in the rocking chair. Yeah, it's creepy. I got to put those away yet. So we haven't done that yet. I want to take the chair out of here. I don't use this rocking chair in here. So I'm going to put it in the living room downstairs. And then we're going to put another shelf of some sort over here. So, yeah. Alrighty, guys. I am going to let you go. I'm going to go eat and go to sleep for the day. I'll be back this evening. I should. That is my plan. If I don't come back, I can't guarantee it because, like I said, things can happen. Like yesterday, emergencies can happen. So I say, Lord willing, I'll be back. That's what I plan, but it may not happen. So that is my plan. So make sure you are subscribed. And thank you for joining me in today's painting. Yeah, I do got to get going, but I'll be back tonight. I should. If all goes well, I should be back tonight. I got to go to sleep for the day to try to keep on schedule with my third shift schedule. And then I'm going out to eat this evening with the family after the storms. That sounds so cozy, doesn't it? It sounds really cozy after the storms. Rest well and have a good time with the family. Yes. Thank you very much. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for 2 hours and 21 minutes. Even for 10 minutes, come back. Thank you, pretty things. I'll try. That's my plan. My plan is to come back. But if not, you have a good rest of your weekend. But I do plan to come back. So hopefully we'll make it back. But thank you for spending 2 hours and 21 minutes with me. You could have been doing anything else, but you decided to spend time with me. For that, I thank you so much for that and joining me and keeping me company for painting. Well, bye. Bye. Someone's in a hurry. Well, bye. Alrighty, guys. I love you so much, and we'll see you hopefully tonight. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the storms as long as they're not too bad. Love ya. Bye. Take